Hello, boils, ghouls, and creepy crawlies of all types. I am the Bitkeeper, and I have a truly terrifying tale of technology terror. Our story's software was developed in an old version of Angular on the front end, and an even older version of .NET on the back end, and it hadn't been touched for 5 years. It was deployed on-prem to Windows servers that had stagnated well beyond the end of their life, connected to an old version of SQL Server. Our mission was to get the system running on newer Windows servers. Unknown to us, there were commits on the release branch that weren't in production. When we got it building again, we wanted to test the deploy pipeline by deploying to the new updated dev hardware what we thought was the same version that was in production. It wasn't. The unreleased code included several migrations that deleted important tables. Now, we need to take a little detour here into how .NET works. You see, .NET looks for an environment variable, ASP.NET Core environment, to determine what environment, dev, staging, or prod, it's deploying to. Here's the key bit. If that environment variable is not set, it defaults to production. It's also important to know that typical .NET behavior is to bundle settings for all environments into a single deployable package, and then use that environment variable to determine which environment settings to use. There's nothing baked into the framework to prevent, say, a dev server from using production connection strings. Guess what environment variable wasn't set on the new dev server? Guess which database the app connected to once it defaulted to the production settings? Guess which tables were deleted by the previously not run in production migrations? After recovering from that outage and restoring, by hand because backups, bless your heart, the deleted tables, we changed the environment-specific settings so that dev deploys only have dev settings. We also made it impossible for non-production app servers to even connect to production databases. All well and good, but this system wasn't done with us yet. Or, as they say on TV, but wait, there's more! Since the app was hosted behind the corporate firewall, we had to also host and run our CI server and deploy pipeline on-prem. Unfortunately, there was a breakdown somewhere, and we never found where, that caused 19 out of 20 connection attempts from the CI server to GitHub to fail. The frequent failures meant building a new version, something we tried to avoid, was an exercise in button mashing. The good news was that the build failed fast when it couldn't connect to GitHub, so you could at least mash the buttons quickly. Every button click incremented the patch version. It wasn't unusual to see large jumps in version numbers, for example, from 1.0.3 to 1.0.67 between two subsequent deploys, even if those deploys happened within 10 minutes of each other. I am super happy to say that we persevered, got the system moved onto the new servers, and have now buried most of the trauma deep in our brains. Woe be to the next developers who have to untangle that system.